video, we're going to look at whether this orchid has a virus. And we're going to find that out by using a virus test kit. Now, this is your orchid, isn't it, Lynda?
Yes, this is my orchid, yes.
And when the flower opened, you immediately saw something that you were concerned with, right?
I did. It looks suspicious for a virus.
So the leaves look pretty good. Why would you think that it has a virus?
Because with the flower, it has what we call colour streaks. You can see the colours are streaking. The colours are not sitting entirely where they should be. There's dark pink up in the top petal, for instance. And this kind of colour malformation in Cattleya orchid flowers is a symptom of a virus in the plant.
So is a virus a problem? Like, can we just fix it?
No, we can't fix it. Like with humans, viruses are incurable. So if this has a virus, this plant, the only thing we can do is to bin it, the whole plant.
But it looks so beautiful.
It does.
What's wrong with just having a flower that isn't perfect?
Well, it spreads. So if I keep this and put this in my shade house or hang it under my pergola, there's a strong possibility that this virus will spread to other plants.
How?
Well, insects can spread it, or my secateurs could spread it if I don't sterilise them.
Yeah.
Or even some people say that it could spread by just touching leaves with other orchids. So obviously I don't want a Cattleya in my collection with a virus. I want to bin it, and most growers would do the same.
At this stage then you just suspect it's got a virus, or you're fairly confident because of that streak?
That's right. Because of the colour malformation, I'm pretty confident that this is a virus. So I really don't even need to test it with a kit. I was happy just to bin it, and I was going to bin it, and you said to me, bring it over and show me, but it was already in the garbage bin, and I had to haul it out.
So for those of you that have got an orchid at home in your collection that looks like this, maybe you've not heard of viruses before, or that they're a problem, and you might think that the flower with those colour breaks is normal.
You might.
So how can we test that this orchid has a virus? Is there something?
Yeah, there is a way. So a company in Australia called Barita Orchids, north of Sydney, sells little kits. They're kind of like a rat test for COVID, and they're specifically made to find two viruses in orchids. One is the Cymbidium mosaic virus, and the other one is Odontoglossum ring spot virus. So it tests for two. There are others, but we don't think there's any testing kits for the others. So if it's got one of these, it will test positive, hopefully. So we're going to test.
All right. Let's find out. So what do we need? We need a test kit, and these you buy?
Yeah, you can buy them from Barita Orchids in a pack of 5, and it will cost you, I don't know, about $12 per test. So they're quite expensive. And if you want to know how to do the test, there's a little Scan Me, which leads to the website, and the instructions are there. But I know how to do it because I've done it a few times before, sadly. So what we do, first of all, is we lay out all the components, just like a rat test for COVID, and we have to take some scissors or secateurs and take a little bit of tissue, leaf tissue, from the plant. So generally I'll take it from the same area where the flower is. So I'm going to take the tip of this leaf, and we only need a small piece, about like that.
Wow,
right?
That's tiny.
It is tiny.
So and we can put that down.
Yeah, you can put that down. So we've got a little test tube here, and it's got some formula in it.
Can I just...
You hold that one.
So it's pretty tiny.
It is pretty
tiny.
tiny.
You can see the formula splashing around.
Testing. So I've broken that into 2, and I'm just going to put those little bits of tissue in the test tube, and then what I'm going to do is to smash it down into the liquid with this little stick, and it smashes down.
As your fingers are covering it. There you go.
So now you'll see that the liquid at the bottom is starting to turn kind of green. Smash, smash. See the green liquid. So now if there's any virus in there, it's in the liquid. That's probably enough. Now we've got a little holder that they give you. So we just put that on the table, and then we take the little kit, unzip it, and there's a testing strip in here. And you just take it out, and it's got arrows, the arrows there pointing that way. You don't have to rip any bits of it off. You just pop it in, arrows down, and let it sit there for 15 minutes. And then you have to read the results by lines. So you need to have a look at the website to find out how to do that.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard.
Okay, so 15 minutes we let this sit and wait. And it looks kind of like a pregnancy strip test.
Yeah,
or
well, that's right. It does.
Test.
It's just like one of those standard sort of self-testing kits, but this time specifically designed for orchids.
Right.
And I will say that Cattleyas are predominantly predisposed to orchids, oncidiums and cymbidiums also, but I do see this virus from time to time in a Cattleya, and sadly there is no cure.
It must be very hard or heartbreaking to have to throw away your beautiful looking orchid.
It is, but I don't want it spreading, so...
No. And in this instance, the leaf didn't give you any telltale sign.
Nope. No, it's funny because I've seen people talk about viruses and they say, oh, if you've got this black here and that black there, and, wow, look at this one. Perfect.
Yeah. How long did you have to wait for the flower to appear?
Well, I bought this as a mature plant. The first year it flowered, it was fine. The second year it flowered, it was missing part of its lip, the labellum, so I thought that was a bit suspicious, but I just kept...
Just show us which part.
This is the lip, or the labellum, and it was missing part of that, so I thought that's pretty weird. Maybe it's got a virus, but I didn't test.
Yeah.
And then I just left it, and then another flowering came, and there was a pretty good result. But because of that missing centre, I decided to test, and it said negative.
Oh.
Yeah. So I left it alone.
Yes.
And now, this week, it comes out like this with much more obvious signs.
Yes.
So I'm testing again.
Okay. So there's a lot to know about viruses.
Yeah.
And it's not always easy to detect them. Sometimes you have to wait longer than you would like. But you're not going to leave this with your collection because you don't want it to spread to your other beautiful plants, right?
Correct. I did have it in isolation. I'm glad I did.
All right. Well, we'll pause here and we'll come back in 10 minutes and see the result. So we're back again. We've waited our 15 minutes and now, drum roll, let's hear the results. How did we go, Lynda?
Well, we've got a positive result, Sharon. What we've got here is 2 red lines. I don't know if you can see, but there's 2 red lines going across the test strip. You probably can't see it. Yeah, by all means.
I'll bring that across so you can have a look.
2 red lines indicates a positive test for ORSV virus, Odontoglossum ring spot virus, I believe it means. So that is the most common virus, I think, and you can see there's a sheet here from Burrito Orchids which explains how to read the results.
Yeah.
And they've explained here that if you have 2 lines with that kind of spacing, then that means a positive result for that virus.
All right, it was that easy. Cost us $15?
$12 per test.
So $12 to take the guesswork out of whether this beautiful looking orchid has a virus or not.
Yeah.
And the only indication that Lynda had was the colour change.
Yes.
Or what do you call it? The colour break.
The colour break. So growers will call this colour break. It does happen, often in Cattleyas, and easily visible when it flowers.
Sadly,
I know, so sad. So in the bin it goes. I won't even put it in your bin. I'll take it home and bin it in my bin.
Yeah. So there you have it. We've shown you how easy it is to check suspect orchids that you have in your garden,
Yeah.
whether they've got a virus or not.
Yeah.
There is no cure, and the only solution, bin.
Exactly. And as you can see, not just old orchids that get it, but this one I bought as a mature plant only 3 years ago, and this has happened. So I don't know how this plant caught the virus. It could have come with the virus. It might have caught it at my place from another plant. Insects spread it.
Some of our viewers might be wondering if you've had this one in your collection for 3 years.
Yeah.
Is it possible then that you would have other orchids that you're now worried about?
Yes, it is. So I do everything I can to prevent any spread of disease, such as virus or any other disease. I sterilise my secateurs religiously. I make sure they've got airflow around them in the shade house. I control pests such as ants and mealybugs and scale to ensure that they're not spreading anything. And I'm very happy with all of my efforts.
Yeah.
But this can still happen on occasion.
It can still happen. Well, if you've got any questions, why don't you ask us? Did you like this session? If yes, let us know.